This video is an introduction to the teacher desktop, which we'll be using at Raymond of the Nations or Libertad Institute for Teachers. In this video, we want to look at the basics of the teacher desktop and just do an overview. In other videos, we'll be actually looking at specific details of this important program that we'll be using. First of all, to sign into the teacher dashboard, all of you should have a link on your bar up here that you click. So you click on this link, and what it will do is it'll bring up the website. If you've never signed in before, then what you'll do is you'll click on here for using another account and put in your username, which is going to be the first initial of your name, followed by your last name, followed by @RaymondToTheNations.com. Now, I'm already set up here as admin at RaymondToTheNations.com, so I'll click on here, and I'll put in my password, sign in, and this will take me right into the dashboard itself. Now, if you look at the dashboard, you'll notice a few features of this dashboard. The first thing is that on this side over here is my actual teacher OneDrive. Every teacher that is assigned to the system has a OneDrive area, and this is an online directory area for your files and directories and your class information, your OneNote books, everything. This area here shows you student information. In particular, it shows you assignments and various things like that. You select the class that you have covered. Now, you'll only see classes that you actually are a teacher in. If you're not assigned as a teacher to a class, you won't see that particular class in this area. You select that class, and it will give you a list of the names of the people that are in that class. Up here is kind of another toolbar. It has an area for assignments, so that it will show all assignments. It has an area for different classes. Now, these aren't just your classes, they're also classes that other teachers have and other students belong to. There is an area for groups. There's an area for users. And there's an area for subjects. It's also possible to have different types of formats for corrections. The formats for corrections are basically the ability to assign a grade to an assignment that you give. For example, you can use a grading format of A to F. You can use a grading assignment of 0 to 100%, or you can make up your own marking format. It is possible to add other marking formats if you so desire. Okay. Now, you can also go in, and these are basically your setup options for the teacher dashboard. You can select your things like your language, the name of the school. Some of these things you can't change, but you can change your time zone and the root folder name that's used to store assignments once you start actually creating assignments. Along here are things like the dashboard, which will simply bring you back to the default view that we were looking at before. There's also an area which will give you videos and various things like that, online video tutorials, a user manual, frequently asked questions, various things like that. There's also an Outlook area. This will bring up your Outlook email. And this button will bring up a more comprehensive view of your OneDrive. You can also very quickly change your language here. Now, if you look at your student area here with this area here, which is really the heart of the student dashboard, this is where you can actually see information. You can look at this person's homework, you can look at their OneDrive, or at least the part of the OneDrive that you use, or you can export their grades out to an Excel spreadsheet. This will allow you to bring in things like grades that will then allow you to create an average and give them a grade for their entire school year, things like that. And that is basically the introduction to the teacher dashboard. We'll be talking about different aspects of the teacher dashboard in forthcoming videos.